Interviewing. Interviews. Interviewing. That's terrible. I love interviews because when you get someone talking about something that they are really passionate about, their whole body language and voice changes and it can be magical. Interviews are great to break up the content across your socials and also to have a different voice, maybe reinforcing something that you're already saying to your audience. Bringing other people in to talk about their expertise on an area of interest to you and your audience can also be a great way to connect with them and their audience. But when you're first starting out, it can be difficult to know what to ask and especially how to ask the questions so that you get the best responses from your interviewee. Here are my best interview tips for you to have more engaging conversations and more fun with your interviews. The first one is be present. If the person you're interviewing can tell that you're distracted by your phone, your email, even things that are happening around you, you won't get the best responses from them because they can tell that you're not really that interested in what they have to say. The more that you engage with them in the form of eye contact, body language, the subtle noddy, the more that they're going to want to share with you because they will feel like you really do care about what they have to say. The second one is ask open-ended questions. You can avoid the awkwardness of only receiving a yes or no response by changing the way that you frame your questions. Instead of asking, do you think this will have an impact on your industry? You can ask, how do you see this impacting your industry? Have there been any changes over the last 6 months to the way that you operate? To, what have the changes been over the last 6 months to the way that you operate? The third one is don't become married to your original line of questioning. Of course, it is a great starting point to have a list of questions that you want to talk through, but often the best interviews are the ones that flow and change with the responses of the interviewee. You can ask them to expand on points they made, explain further some technical points. Interviews should be fun. And if you're asking the questions that you are really interested in, then your audience is going to have fun listening to it too. And you know what they say, the best interviewers are those who are the best listeners. Number 4, be silent. It's human nature to want to fill a void of silence. So if you want your interviewee to continue expanding on something, the easiest way is to continue your eye contact, continue looking engaged, but remain silent. Most of the time, they're going to feel a subconscious pressure to keep on talking. Number 5, be face to face. Even if that means doing the interview over Zoom or Skype, if the person you're interviewing can see your body language, see your eye contact, and see that the other person is engaged with what they're saying, you're going to get much better responses than just doing it over the phone. Number 6, if you don't know something, ask. I think a lot of the time when we start doing interviews, we're worried that people might think we're silly if it seems we don't know all the answers already. But that's kind of the point of doing interviews, is to learn things that we don't know. Even if we do know, the person that we're interviewing might have a different explanation or a different view, or someone watching the interview probably doesn't know and would appreciate the question being asked. And so will your interviewee. Number 7, assume you have something to learn from every interview. Interviews are great for creating content, but they should also be fun. They should also be a way for you to learn and engage with the person you are talking to. And if you are having fun and learning, your audience is going to have fun and learn something too. I hope you find these tips helpful for your next interview, or maybe your first interview. And I would love to know how you go, so please leave me a comment below. And if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bringing other people in to talk about their expertise, something like that, expertise. You know when you say something too many times and it sounds wrong?